Here, drink this.
Help! Help! Somebody help me!
Child, every door you try will be locked. Every window you open will lead back inside.
They say that when God was shaping twins, he used the same clay, the same hands, the same breath, the same face, the same voice, the same skin. But somehow, he poured two entirely different souls inside. One soul that bloomed like morning and one that rotted from the inside, watered by jealousy. This is the story of Adaze and Adaora, born in the same city, on the same night, beneath the same sky. And yet, in the end, only one of them was ready for what the city had waiting for them. Stay with me, because this story, it does not end the way you think it will. Aguda was not a rich neighborhood, but it was alive. The kind of place where buka smoke hangs low in the morning air, where the suya man has been standing at the same corner for 20 years, where children know the names of their neighbors, where every door is open and news travels faster than Wi-Fi. Adaze and Adaora grew up in a small yellow compound at the end of Ajose Street. Their mother sold akara at the roadside.
You dey always late. Collect your change.
Never here. Except I don't marry that rich man. Oh, come here, use this place. Take two.
Their father drove a downfall until his knees gave way. They were not wealthy, but they were not empty either. In the morning, Adaze, the firstborn by 7 minutes, would wake up before the sun. She would sweep the compound, fetch water for Mama, arrange the akara batter, and still manage to look clean and pressed by the time the market opened. She moved through life like she was grateful for every single moment of it. Adaora, 7 minutes younger and 10 years more bitter, woke when she felt like it. She was not lazy because she was incapable. No, Adaora was sharp, clever, and, when she chose to be, beautiful in a way that stopped traffic. But she had decided long ago that the world owed her something, and until it paid up, she saw no reason to try. Adaze, come, how is Mama? You brought us fresh pepper again. God bless you, my daughter. God bless you like he has already been blessing you. Adaora, you are just waking? Your sister has already been to the market and back. Learn from her. This was the wound that never healed, not because people were cruel, but because they were honest. At the market where they both helped their mother on Saturdays, it was Adaze who the traders called back. It was Adaze whose price was reduced without asking. It was Adaze who made old men smile and old women say, "If I had a son." Adaora stood beside her, wearing the same face, wearing the same wrapper, and nobody noticed.
And so the years passed, and the darkness in Adaora grew the way mold grows, slowly, quietly, in the damp corners where no light ever reached. Nobody knew exactly where Ezenwosu came from, only that he arrived on a quiet Tuesday in a black Mercedes so clean it looked freshly born. No dust on it, no scratches, not even the city's pollution had dared touch it. He was perhaps 35, perhaps older, tall, quiet in the way that powerful men are quiet, not because they have nothing to say, but because they know the world will lean in to hear them when they finally speak. He wore no flashy jewelry, no designer logos visible, just a calm, immovable presence that money had refined into something almost regal. They said he was from the East originally. They said he had done something remarkable with technology, with oil, with connections. The stories shifted depending on who was telling it. But one thing was consistent. Ezenwosu was looking for a wife. Not for companionship, not for affection. He had an advisor, an old woman who wore the same white dress every day and spoke in proverbs, who had told him plainly,
"There is a thing you want, and there is a price. The price is a woman, pure of heart, not beautiful, not educated, not connected, pure."
He had traveled to 3 cities before Aguda. He had met daughters of senators and graduates of foreign universities, and each time he stood near them, waiting for the feeling the old woman had described. Nothing. Then he drove down Ajose Street on a Tuesday morning, not for any particular reason, and he saw a young woman kneeling beside an old man who had dropped his bags of gari in the gutter. She was laughing as she helped him gather them, not laughing at him, laughing with him, making it easy for him to not feel ashamed. And the air changed. He stopped the car. He watched her until she had helped the old man to his gate. Then he stepped out.
Excuse me. I am sorry to disturb you.
No problem at all. How can I help?
I am new to this area. I was looking for a mechanic. But honestly, I am not sure I need one now.
Adeze turned. She was dusty from the gutter water. One knee of her skirt was stained dark. She looked at him. She did not giggle or fidget or play coy. She just looked at him the way someone looks when they are deciding whether a thing is genuine.
Papa Chuku's garage is 2 streets down. He is honest. He will not overcharge you.
She pointed, she gave him clear directions, and then she said,
Be safe, sir, and welcome to Aguda.
Thank you. I appreciate the welcome.
Then she walked away, without turning back, without waiting to see if the instruction had impressed him, without performing anything. He stood on the road and watched her go, and he thought, there she is. Ezenwosu did not rush. He came back to Ajose Street the next day, and the day after. He bought akara from their mother's stand, asked about the neighborhood, spoke respectfully to the elders. He came not like a hunter, but like a guest, slowly earning the right to be trusted. He and Adeze would speak, brief, careful conversations that somehow felt weightless and important at the same time. She told him about her dreams of starting a small catering business. He listened, not with that half-listening men often do, fully, like her words were worth keeping.
You come here every morning now. People are starting to talk.
Let them talk. I come here just to see your smile.
Is that so?
6 weeks after that Tuesday morning, Ezenwosu came to their compound with his family representatives, kola nut, palm wine, and a quiet dignity that made their father, tired, knee-pained, proud, sit up straight in his chair. The intent was declared, the proposal was made, and the street, all the street, erupted. The compound smelled of food for 3 days. Women came to plait her hair, to press her clothes, to sing at her. It was joy, the unfiltered, uncomplicated kind, the kind that doesn't happen very often. But in the corner of the room that she shared with her twin, Adara sat on the edge of the bed, and she watched all of this through the small square of the window, and the rusty lock inside her chest turned again, louder this time, grinding. She got up, walked to the mirror, stared, same forehead, same cheekbones, same mouth, same eyes. The same face, different fortune. And then, for the first time, clearly, like a fever breaking, the thought arrived. The night before the wedding, Adeze slept in her bridal room, exhausted from celebration and full of a peace she had not expected to feel. The aunties had finally left, the candles were low, the dress hung on the wall like a second spirit. Adara came to her with tea.
Sister, you must be tired. Drink this. Mama made it. It will help you rest well for tomorrow.
Adora, thank you.
What was in the tea we do not know exactly, only that Adara had visited a woman on the outskirts of Aguda, a woman who lived behind a blue curtain and asked no questions if the money was right. The herbs she gave were not deadly. They were simply silencing, a deep, dreamless sleep from which a person would not wake for several hours. Adeze drank the tea. She was asleep within 15 minutes. Adara moved through the room without noise. She took the dress from the wall. She sat at the mirror and studied her own face, memorizing it, then slowly, deliberately, letting it become her sister's. The smile, the downcast eyes when speaking to elders, the way Adeze pressed her hands together when she was moved, the laugh, a half-breath before the sound. She practiced until the difference between them was indistinguishable.
This dress looks more beautiful on me than her.
The house of Ezenwosu was large, walls that did not echo, hallways that went on longer than they should, rooms that were furnished beautifully but felt unlived in, like they had been arranged for display and not for life. From the very first night, Adara noticed things. The old advisor, the woman in white, never left. She slept somewhere in the house. She appeared at odd hours at the ends of corridors, watching Adara with an expression that was not warmth and not hostility. It was assessment, like a farmer standing over soil, deciding if it was the right season to plant.
Who are you and what are you doing here? I am only making sure you are comfortable. That is my only job now. that you are comfortable.
The servants were quiet and obedient and did not make eye contact. The meals were prepared and left at the door. Eze himself was kind, almost too kind, asking after her comfort, her needs, her desires, but never quite touching her, never quite present in the way a new husband should be.
You look so beautiful tonight. I'm sure you're having a good time.
And there was a room at the back of the compound, always locked. She had never thought herself afraid of locked rooms before, but this one breathed. She was certain of it. When she passed by at night, she heard the kind of silence that is louder than sound, the kind that tells you something is on the other side, waiting.
What is in that room? The one at the back with the black door.
He looked at her for a long moment. Something moved behind his eyes, and for just a breath, she saw it. Not evil exactly, something older than evil, something that had been decided long before she arrived.
That is the room where what is old is settled. You do not need to concern yourself with it, my love. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. What does that mean? What does it mean, not yet?
She found the book by accident. She had been looking for a phone charger in the bottom drawer of the study when her fingers touched something that was not a charger, something wrapped in black fabric, tied with a string that was too tight and too deliberate to be casual. She should not have opened it. She opened it. The handwriting was small and careful, columns of names, dates, places, and beside each name, a word. The same word again and again and again, in a language she did not fully understand, but she understood enough. She had grown up in a house near a church and a shrine, as all Lagos children do. She understood enough. The feast of the new moon was 3 days away. The old advisor had begun moving through the house differently now, with purpose, with direction, like a ceremony had already begun and Adaora simply hadn't been told she was already inside it. The room at the back had been unlocked. She had passed it that afternoon and the door was slightly open, and from within she smelled something that was not candle and not incense, something older, something that made her stomach know before her mind could catch up. She found Eze in the garden, staring at the sky, with an expression she had never seen on any human face. Not peace, not preparation, something between the two, like a man standing at the edge of something he has already chosen.
Tell me what this is. Tell me what you brought me here for.
You know, I think you have been suspecting for a few days now, but you stayed. I found your sister, but her spirit would have destroyed the ritual. But you are not your sister, are you?
He looked at her for a long time. They say that the feast of the new moon is the one night when the sky goes fully dark, when even the stars seem to hold their breath. The night has no witness, no reflection. It is the one night when what happens on earth is between earth and whatever is below it. Adaora ran. She ran through the house, through corridors that seemed to lengthen as she moved through them. She reached the gate and found it locked. She screamed and found that the sound went nowhere, like shouting into wool.
Please, somebody, help! I need help!
The old advisor found her at the gate.
Child, every door you try will be locked. Every window you open will lead back inside. You walked into destiny that was tonight you are, and destiny deft.
Please, no. I didn't know. I didn't know any of this. I only wanted what she had. I only wanted someone to choose me.
Adaora fell to her knees. We will not follow Adaora into that room. Some things the story does not owe us.